So just, yeah, and it does. It just makes all the difference because what we don't ever think of as neurodivergent, my grandson is autistic, right? He's on the spectrum, we call it on the spectrum, but I am too on the spectrum. It just was on the talented and gifted side. So it was, but it's still the spectrum. It still thinks differently. And most people think of the spectrum as this one line. Mm-hmm. And if you ask me where I got this information, it just flows through me. But I'm like, the spectrum is not. Just like when you're doing color on a color thing, if you pick black, there's just a black or a gray or a whatever on the line. But if you go in and find, if you can blend those colors and you get that that's a spectrum. So what has happened is the world has said, if you fit within this little piece of paper, you're typical, you're normal. But if you're anywhere else, you're on the spectrum, basically. But most people think of on the spectrum as being below here. You don't think of, but you hear genius is next to insanity. They're on the spectrum. It's just a different location on the spectrum. And that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. And I need to write the book because no one talks about it that way. But whenever I present it to psychologists or like my grandson, she's like, "Oh, you're right, 100% right." I'm like, "Why is no one sharing this?"
See, hold on, let me write this down. I need to, when you come on the podcast, I want to talk about, I think that is a huge underlying issue, neurodivergency and genius, ability, and inclusion. So right. I'm a strong believer that all the issues around DEI and all the stuff in the workplace of the unknown and what we don't understand and why people don't get along is because you don't truly understand.